Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Might have had your fill, I can feel it still.
Hi guys, today is gonna be my Meet My Horses video. I am currently doing night chores. I just finished riding Joker. You can see the barn behind me here. I'm headed down to the gelding pasture. Yeah, here's our indoor. May as well give you a mini barn tour here. Currently filming this on my phone, so I can't really turn it around. Over there is our outdoor, and then we've got two pastures alongside it, and then the owner's house is right there. We've got two more pastures right here that are absolutely gigantic, and then all the way down here is the boys' pasture. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up night chores, and when I'm done with that, you guys get to hear all about my horses. See ya in a minute. Alright, so I've just finished barn chores and I'm ready to sit down and talk about my horses, and I currently look absolutely horrendous because I'm covered in hay, mostly because of her, and I'm refusing to take my helmet off for this video because I have horrible helmet hair. So right now I am in Quinn's stall, and some stuff about her. Her full name on her papers, thanks princess, is Quinlan, but she mostly goes by Quinn around here. But she's got some nicknames. I call her Quinny, I call her Quinlan, Quinn, baby girl, princess, big girl. She's got quite a few nicknames. Her show name, jockey name I should say, is Voice Me Out. She is a thoroughbred, and she's going to be my hopeful 3-foot hunter horse. We'll probably start off at 2.6 and maybe go up from there, and we're hoping to put her on the hunter derby that's at one of the shows we go to all the time, and that's exciting. She'll jump pretty much anything you put in front of her. She's just a very quirky mare. You know, I never liked mares until I met her. I always thought that they were horrid and so moody all the time, but she is an absolute sweetheart. Huh, princess. She's a sweetheart. She's a little bit head shy sometimes. When I first get her out of her stall, I have to walk in and put the halter on. She doesn't come to me like Joker does, but I think that'll go away with more time with her. We're currently working on getting her muscled up and ready for show season. She has not ever showed. My trainer took her to a show last year with hopes to actually show her, but she wasn't the best while they were schooling, so she decided just to scratch her, which was no big deal. We weren't thinking much of it. She's had a lot of the winter off because I was pretty inconsistent riding her until like I really knew that this is what I wanted and that I wanted her to be mine, which is when I started being a lot more consistent riding her. So hopefully she'll be my 2.6, maybe 3-foot hunter horse. Hoping to get her premiered in the hunter derby with my trainer. I want to do it, but you know, my confidence isn't always fully there, and I'd really much rather see my trainer take her through it before I did, because my trainer is just a wee bit better than me. You know, she's been riding twice as long, no big deal, you know. So the story of how I got Quinn and how this all came about, you know, I had it on my Instagram, but I think it's a lot easier, and you know, you can go into a lot more detail when you're talking about it versus trying to type it all out. So back in, I want to say June, her ad popped up on my trainer's Facebook, and she had her eye on her for a while before she decided to go see her. And when she did, I went with her because at the time I was in recovery for my back after my accident, and she asked me if I wanted to go just to go, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So we drove, and it was like a 45-minute drive to go see her, and my trainer got on her and rode her and stuff and really liked her and decided that she was gonna get her. So about a week later, because we had a show coming up I believe, so about a week later she went and picked her up and brought her back, and my trainer did a lot of work with desensitizing her and lunging her and stuff before she even got on her. And then she started putting her into some real work, and she started seeing how much potential she had and all that good stuff. And then I got cleared in August 13th to be exact, And like my 5th ride back, Courtney, that's my trainer's name, was like, go ride Quinn. And I was like, okay. So I tacked her up and got on her, and she was a dream to ride. And I didn't think much of it. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. And my trainer was like, yeah, you can ride her more often until she sells. And I was like, okay, deal. So I did, off and on for a while, and as winter came up, I started to fade away from her, which was my own fault. It wasn't anybody else's fault except mine. And then when I really did try and get back on a schedule with her, the weather started getting bad. Quinn, I don't want it. I don't like hay. You can eat it. I got back on a consistent schedule with her riding. I'd say about February, mid-February, I was back on a good schedule with her. And while my trainer was gone for a trip, I was riding her a little bit. That's when I really started to realize how much I liked her. And, you know, I joked around with my grandparents. I was like, you know, I really want to buy this horse. She's so cool and everything. And my grandparents wanted to. Like, they saw how badly I wanted her, but they couldn't make it financially work for a while. Until March, I walked in and I hadn't thought much about it. You know, I was taking a lesson on her and Joker both, and my trainer was like, why don't you ride Joker first? So I did, and I just finished riding him, put a cooler on him, and had him on one of the sets of cross ties, and my trainer was like, okay, go ahead and get Quinn ready. So I had literally just pulled her out of her stall when my grandparents walked in, and I was like, you know, I'm just going to put the video in there because that explains a lot.
Whoa, why are you here?
Okay.
Can't come down when I wanna? Huh?
Okay.
You're joking. No. Joke's on you! Don't cry. Jerk. You're joking, right?
Yeah, the joke's on you.
We all can pay for it. I didn't do it.
Okay.
She's the one. This is
Congrats.
all her. She was supposed to
Hold
wait
your side.
until April Fool's.
I couldn't
But she
wait any
couldn't
longer.
wait. She's impatient, just like you.
Well, that's because you kept saying, give her kisses for me, and she keeps coming to me, and she's like, Grandma keeps saying, give her kisses. I'm like, oh God, no, we can't do this. Look at her. She's like, why? What is this?
So, you know, I basically started crying. You can see that in the video. And it was such a cute poster. And I went ahead and rode her afterwards. And oh my gosh, she was just such a dream. And she's just a total sweetheart. And, you know, she's so quirky. She's so cuddly, so lovable. Like I said, the head shyness will probably go away soon. It's nothing bad. Like, she won't let you go anywhere near. But she goes to the back of her stall a little bit when you first go in. And she had a stall walking problem for a short while, but we've gotten that to go away now that she's on a more consistent schedule. And yeah, that's about all I've got to say about her. I'm gonna include some clips of me riding her. I don't really have that many videos yet, just because my trainer likes to focus on watching me directly rather than videoing. And nobody really comes with me often when I ride, especially when I don't have lessons. So I don't have a lot of videos yet, but I have pictures and, you know, showing this year. So hopefully I'll get a lot of good pictures. Alright, now the story of my blue-eyed bay. He is my first horse, and I wouldn't trade him for the world. He is absolutely amazing. As you can see, if you follow my Instagram, you'd already know, he's got one blue eye and one brown eye. He is turning 11 this year in May, and forgot to mention, I don't know Quinn's birthday yet. I haven't gotten a hold of her paperwork yet. We'll probably do that soon before show season starts. He does it on purpose. I swear to you, he does it on purpose. Okay, where was I? A little background information about him. He is 15 two hands, and I forgot to mention this, but Quinn is 16 two hands. And his show name is Joke's on You. I came up with it myself after a long time of training him with no hopes that he was going anywhere, especially before I met my trainer now, who's done a lot for me. I really didn't have any hope for where he was going. So, you know, when I realized that he finally had potential, I really, really, really hate you sometimes. I decided that the name Joke's on You was perfect for him. He is coming 11 in May. I think I already said that. Whoops. This is gonna be a long video of you getting hay all over me. Anyways, he turns 11 in May. He is mostly paint, but he's also got a good chunk of thoroughbred in him, and his great-grandparents are like quarter horse, but I just tell everybody he's mostly paint. And he is my 2-6 jumper. We might be doing 3-foot this year. It depends on how the first couple shows go and where my confidence with him is. His favorite activity is pulling shoes, just in case you were wondering. And this, he loves to dump hay all over me when I sit in a stall with him. Okay. So, there's gonna be a lot of bloopers in this video. So, the story of how I got him. At the time, I was leasing Dante, as you know in my previous video all about me, and if you haven't watched that yet, go watch it. Damn it, Joker. Anyways, I was leasing Dante at the time at my other barn, had no idea about this barn yet, and his sale ad came across on Facebook, and my mom was obsessed with him because she rode at the time too. And she was looking for a horse of her own because she didn't really lease anyone over at our other barn at the time. And she saw his ad and absolutely fell in love with him. And then I saw his ad and I absolutely fell in love with him. And he was about 2 hours away from us, so we decided to go make the visit to see him and meet him. And on his ad, it said that he was just needed a little finishing. Stop it! Show ready. But when we got there, we saw that he still needed a little work. It was no big deal. And the owners rode him, and then I got to get on him and try him out, and he was so much fun. Like, at the time, he had like a giraffe type head. Like, he'd hold it up and he'd kind of shake it back and forth a little bit while you rode him. But, you know, it was just something that, like, working on a frame and maybe a little martingale couldn't fix. So we decided to buy him, and I was absolutely beyond myself. I was so excited, you know, everyone at my barn was so happy for me. And, yeah. About 2 weeks later, we brought him home. And he was at a barn that was just up the road from my house that I could literally walk up there and see him. And they didn't really have much of a riding ring because they had one other horse up there, but they were mostly an alpaca farm. I don't know. They were nice enough people, but you know, I wasn't really getting anywhere with him because there wasn't really a good ring for me to ride in. And so we made the decision to move him to the barn I was at the time with Dante. And we had him there about a month, but it wasn't really working out over there either. And it was no big deal, so my mom found this barn and we moved him here, and that's when I started to really make progress with him. Granted, when I first got him here, it still wasn't going so well, but when I got in touch with Courtney and started to get closer with her, she helped me a lot with him, and I started doing lessons and all that good stuff, and you know, it only went up from there. And he's pretty amazing, you know, I love him. Pain in my butt sometimes, you know, huh? But I wouldn't trade him for the world. He is definitely my heart horse, and I promised him that he will be with me until the day that he dies, which isn't going to be anytime soon. You're not even 11. So that's about all I have for you. I'm going to put in some videos of them both. All right, that's that. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions or something you want to say, comment it down below. And yeah, I hope you liked my video, and I hope you enjoyed seeing what my horses are all about. Bye! Ew, it's in my ear! Don't want it! Don't want it. Goes, oh my gosh. You are covering me in hay. You are covering me in hay. Probably gonna... Oh, that was so gross!